And since we have a live-action Danny Phantom movie, I figured to make this into one of the Danny Phantom Week videos.
He's a phantom. Danny Phantom. Young Danny Phantom, he was just 14 when his parents built a very strange machine. It was designed to view a world unseen. He's gonna catch 'em all 'cause he's Danny Phantom. When it didn't quite work, his folks, they just quit. But then Danny took a look inside of it. There was a great big flash, everything just changed. His molecules got all rearranged. When he first woke up, he realized he had snow white hair and glowing green eyes. He could walk through walls, disappear, and fly. He was much more unique than the other guy, and it was then that he knew what he had to do. He had to stop all the ghosts that were coming through. He's here to fight for me and you. He's gonna catch 'em all 'cause he's Danny Phantom. He's gonna catch 'em all 'cause he's Danny Phantom. He's gonna catch 'em all 'cause he's Danny Phantom.
Guys, it's your boy Daily Reacts TV here, and welcome back to Danny Phantom Week. Every second week of May, I talk about my favorite ghost boy, Danny Phantom. You want to check out my other Danny Phantom content, go right ahead. I highly recommend it. And go check out my graphic novel review for Danny Phantom, Fair Game. Highly recommend it. Really fun video. And yeah, let's get into this. So, when we all knew that it was rumored 2 years ago that we were getting a live-action Danny Phantom movie. And if this is true, I want this movie to succeed. I don't want it to turn out like this. Kim Possible, 2019. Crappy movie. Crappy. So, when we get into all of this, let's get started. First of all, there's stuff I really want for this movie to succeed, to this movie to be made, and to be a success, to maybe make more sequels. So, let's get into it. First of all, I want it to feel like a feature-length film. I don't want it to feel like Thunderman's Return, that movie. Trash. It was garbage. And Kim Possible. One of my biggest pet peeves about Kim Possible is that it didn't feel like a feature-length film. It was a film that came out on Disney Channel, yes, but it didn't feel like a feature-length film. It just felt like a movie that Disney is like, hey, let's make it, throw it out there. You know, the movie's garbage either way. And that's one of the things that makes that movie so incredibly infuriating to sit through. I hate that movie 100%. And yeah, I can't with that movie. That movie's so awful. It's so hot, dog water. You get the point. And another thing that I would say that didn't work for the movie, like I said, it's not a feature-length film. It didn't feel like it. Because it felt so unreal and so unnatural to the point where I'm like, I'm done. Like, I do not like this movie. So yeah, that's the first thing I want for this movie to succeed, is just feel like a feature-length film. Like, add the CGI, add all the settings and everything, you know? The second thing I want for this movie is not known actors for Sam, Tucker, and of course, Danny Phantom himself. People want Tom Holland as Danny Phantom. No. Tom Holland will be known as Spider-Man. He is Nathan Drake also. He's doing Spider-Man Brand New Day. He is doing that new Christopher Nolan movie. He's doing all these roles. I want someone unknown. I don't want Grant Gustin at the same time. Like, I love Grant Gustin, and he did a great job as the Flash. I grew up with him as the character, obviously. But at the same time, I do not want him as Danny Phantom. I want someone that's not known and not, but yeah, that's who I don't want for this movie. Third, and as much as I love this character, I do not want Vlad Masters, aka Vlad Plasmius, to be the main villain if this is going to be a first film. Now, like I said, I love Vlad. I think he's a fantastic villain. He started off great in the first season. The second season, he was fine. He wasn't better than he was in the first season. And then the third season, he's just a freaking joke, except for like a couple of episodes he was in. But I don't want him to be the main villain. If I was thinking of like 3 main villains I would really like for this film, I was thinking either Skulker. That would be interesting to see him in live action. Skulker, Technus. Ooh, Technus, good one, right? Or the Dragon Ghost. You know, at least bring that as like a first ghost he faced. Or even the Lunch Lady as like a montage thing like they're doing for Spider-Man Brand New Day. Because, like, if Vlad becomes the main threat of this movie, in my opinion, it just rushes in. Like, I want them to develop it to the point where if they do a second or third film, maybe throw in Vlad as the main villain of that movie for Danny to face. I think that would be really interesting to do, and most importantly, and one of my biggest pet peeves of that Kim Possible live-action remake is that they threw us right into Dragon and Shigo. Like, I didn't want Dragon and Shigo to be the main villain of that movie. I wanted at least someone else. Like, Professor Dementor was in it for a little bit, but he wasn't really, or Monkey Fist, or someone else other than Dragon and Shigo. That's what I want for Vlad. I don't want him to be the main villain. I want someone else to be the main villain for once, if this movie does do well. And this is going to hurt me for saying, I think this movie should be streaming, just like the new Avatar movie. I don't think this movie will crack $1 billion in the box office. If it would have came out in theaters, do you guys really think Danny Phantom would crack $1 billion in the box office? Not many people know who Danny Phantom is. Why do you think I make content of Danny Phantom on my channel? Why do I do voiceovers of Danny Phantom on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, So I don't think this movie coming out into theaters would be a better pick, because it would probably bomb in the box office where all of us we won't get any more Danny Phantom movies. Kind of like with the books, Glitch in Time only got that higher rating and got fair game was because of my video technically, and it wasn't just my videos, other people's videos. And I bet you, and I bet you when fair game hits that bounce, Gabrielle Epstein will announce a third book to the point where fans like us will go out and buy it, obviously. So I want that for this movie. I want this movie to do well in the ratings, just like Avatar: The Last Airbender, Legend of Aang's probably going to do. I doubt it now with all the leaks. Not making a video on that. But, yeah, I want this movie to go on streaming. And even if it doesn't do well, oh well, at least we get a Danny Phantom movie. And, of course, last and certainly not least, I want this movie to feel like Danny Phantom. Do not change a lot of things. One of my biggest criticisms about Kim Possible is that they got rid of the most important thing that Kim is known for. Her fighting style comes from her cheerleading, and they got rid of that. So, obviously, I don't want them to get rid of Danny's way how he got his ghost powers. Now, if they want to change it up a little bit, fine, but don't change it the way where he doesn't get ghost DNA and he doesn't turn into Danny Phantom. Or don't change anything. The only thing I think you probably should change, even if you want to do like an older Danny Phantom, like 16 or 17, fine. Be like Percy Jackson, obviously. But yeah, those are what I want for this live action Danny Phantom movie. I know this video is a little short. We got 2 more Danny Phantom week videos to be done. Thank God. Not thank God, but still. It's a lot of fun. I'm having fun with Danny Phantom week. So I hope to see you guys for the next one. Smack the like, subscribe, turn on notifications to be notified every video I make. Links in the description to Taylor X Gaming, Taylor X Productions, Tyler and Bodie, and of course Discord, Instagram, TikTok, and Mojo Entertainment. As always, I'm Daily Reacts. Take care, you guys.